Hey everyone, RogueGold here. Welcome back to the Division 2. And today, we have a big week coming up for the game. Some of the stuff we definitively know about, that includes the fact that we have a dev stream this week, a new season finale is releasing, a new public test server for the new season of the game, and then some of the stuff we don't quite have all the answers to yet. That includes the fact that we're getting a new mystery reward. There are some unresolved questions from this season that might finally be getting some answers. So today, I just want to break down everything that we know so far so that you are prepared for the week ahead. We'll waste no time and dive right in. You know the drill though. Subscribe if you want to stay looped in for everything that is on the way. And then I wanted to just quickly mention this. It is not something that I'm going to beat to death in every single video, but you may have heard that YouTube recently launched a hype feature specifically for mobile viewers. I'm pretty sure YouTube only gives you a limited number of these to use each month, but doing so on a video has a big impact on the YouTube algorithm. So if you enjoyed this video or any of the ones that I make, it would mean a lot if you go through the effort of hyping it. But with that down, shout out and thank you to our channel members for your continued generosity and just awesomeness. Seriously, thank you so much for doing what you do. Alright, but with all that down, let's get into this. So, let's start off with some big news that we learned back on Friday. I did not make a video on this that day, as I knew we could just discuss it here, but what happened was that the devs announced that this Tuesday, the 11th, the same day as the season finale, they're hosting a live stream to showcase the Year 7 Season 3 PTS content. That's right, the next season, an update for the game, is just around the corner. Specifically, their post says, join us for an early look at updates and features. Now, we know that this is likely going to be our first official look at the new NPC companions that they've teased that we know we're getting next season, but who knows what else may be coming within the next season and be on the way. It is also pretty notable that they're doing this live stream on a Tuesday. Normally these PTS streams happen like a day before it goes live, so on a Thursday, and then it would go live on a Friday. If I had to guess, I imagine the PTS will still begin this coming Friday the 14th, but then why do the live stream on a Tuesday? Some people have wagered to guess that this will also then allow them to spotlight some new things that we may be getting with the release of this season finale and Climax Mission. We'll get to what exactly that might be in just a minute, but as for my plans to cover this, as this Tuesday is going to be a very hectic day, I did want to let you all know that my normal dev stream recap video that I usually make will not happen, so my apologies there. Instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to begin streaming super early that day. I'm then going to live react to the dev stream with all of you, and then we will roll directly into the game and play through the finale, the new master mission, all of that. If you do want to find out what we learn on the dev stream, feel free to check out the stream VOD later on in the day. Of course, all of those are listed here on the channel, and then rest assured I will have dedicated videos out on all of the major things once the PTS is actually live later in the week. Or, you know, if you're around on Tuesday, tune in. We'll be going live right here on the channel around 6:45 a.m. Pacific, 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and we can experience all of the exciting new stuff together. Moving on, let's then quickly discuss the finale itself. Again, it's here in 48 hours. Snuck up on us quite fast. We do not yet know if we are getting a new patch this week that we will have to download and that they would have to have maintenance for. Regardless though, once the servers are up or once reset happens on Tuesday, the finale content will be live, and that includes the season finale content that we are used to, a new Climax mission, a new master variant of it. To access this new mission, just like last season, you are only going to need to do the 3 scout HVTs or high value targets from this season. 2 of those have already been released. The third one drops this Tuesday, which then subsequently unlocks the new mission. So just remember, unlike the prior few seasons, you don't need to do all 10 scouts if you don't want to. Just the high value targets are required to unlock this. Now, although I would not normally cover more spoiler or leak stuff as we're about to, for the past several weeks, word has been going around about where this season finale will be located, and it's actually been discovered due to something within the game itself. So I completely understand if you do not want spoilers, skip to this timestamp if that is the case, and you will remain 100% spoiler free. We all good? Alright, it looks as though this season's Climax Mission is going to be located at Tidal Basin. We know this because ever since Year 7 Season 2.2 went live, players who have run the mission are receiving prompts for as of yet uncollectible comms within the packed tab of the lore page. This Reddit post was among one of the first ones that I saw pointing this out. I have no idea who originally discovered it though, but yeah, much like we have 2 different Manhunt variants at Camp White Oak and Roosevelt Island, Tidal Basin may be getting a new mission variant alongside the old Hornet one all the way back from the days of Season 2. Alright, location and spoilers aside, there is one abnormal element that we have heading into this finale, and that is its pinnacle reward. If you'll recall, this season had a bit of a rocky start, as the Tempest exotic pistol, which was intended to be the final reward for the season, got released early. Once the season launched, it was available via last season's Climax Mission for about 16 hours, I want to say, before the devs shut it down. Now, afterwards, they published a statement saying that they would not take it away from those who had already earned it, nor remove it as this season's pinnacle reward. Rather, they would be adding an additional drop source in the Summit game mode for those who wanted to farm it, and we covered that back at the time. But then, and this is the important part, they confirmed that they would be adding an extra reward to the Climax Mission so that even if you had already gotten the Tempest, you can still enjoy something new. Now, they have yet to mention this since then, so we have no word on what exactly this reward will be, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is one of the topics that they're going to be covering on Tuesday's live stream. Are we talking about just an additional cosmetic reward? Are we talking about a named item, a whole new exotic? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Just to clarify, though, this Climax Mission reward structure will work the same as we are accustomed to, right? The Tempest exotic is going to have a chance to drop from the mission on completion, higher chances are rewarded for higher difficulties, and then you get a guaranteed drop of the item for your first completion of the mission on Master difficulty. The only difference this time around is that there is going to be one other exclusive reward, but TBD on what that is, and if it will share the same drop structure or have its whole own system. So stay tuned on this whole front, but I'm very excited to find out what's in store. Alright, then there's one final thing that I wanted to briefly touch on. Let me be very clear here. What I'm about to cover is 100% my own speculation and, frankly, probably delusion. So do not expect to see this happen within the game. It is just something that I wanted to throw out there and get y'all's thoughts on. So, has anybody encountered or had curiosities about automated defense parts? If you don't know what those are, it is one of the new resource types that is available under the retaliation system for exotic crafting. The odd thing is, though, that unlike every other resource that we've gotten with that system, think crystallized spice, or burning ash, or broken shade watches, you cannot earn these via gameplay. That's right, whereas every other material is tied to an enemy faction, and you are rewarded it by playing their retaliation content, automated defense parts can only be acquired if you convert the universal broken shade watches material. Even their item description basically just says, yeah, these are here, pay no mind. Now, as soon as the season launched a few months ago, people figured, oh, these are clearly tied to the Black Tusk. Right? The spice one is for hyenas, the burning ash is for cleaners. The name automated defense parts fits exactly with the Black Tusk theme of robotics and a very militant organization. The thing is, though, that the Black Tusk are not part of the retaliation system. At least not yet. And so this has begged the question since the season began, why have automated defense parts at all? Why are the Black Tusk excluded from retaliations? So what if, and again, please take this with a major grain of salt, but what if once we play through this season's finale and we learn narrative-wise that the Black Tusk are orchestrating the formation of this pact, which seems to be where the story is leading to? What if the events of that mission suddenly unlock the ability to play Black Tusk retaliations? And this could be another reason why they are choosing to do this dev stream on Tuesday so that they could briefly show off this new retaliation edition. Now, believe me, I honestly was not going to mention this theory within a video until we got that news about the dev stream coinciding with the finale. It just seems so odd, right? There has to be some reason that they're doing it that day. Is it because of this? Again, very likely not. I do not want you all to get your hopes up, but how rad would it be if we log in on Tuesday, do the finale, and in doing so, unlock a whole new side to retaliations. Alright, my friends, that is everything that I've got for you in today's video. Just wanted to do a quick and concise rundown and prepare you all for the very chaotic week ahead. I'm also going to be moving this week. I know, fantastic timing. Trust me though, I'm still going to do my best to bring you the thorough coverage you would expect for a season finale and a new PTS. You'll just have to bear with me if anything else is a little off. But that aside, at this point, I would love all of your guys' thoughts on everything that we went over this video. Predictions for the finale, speculation for this Tuesday's dev stream, what you think that new mystery reward might be that they've teased for the climax, and do you think there is a chance that they shadow drop some kind of new retaliation edition with the Black Tusk? let me know. Once again, you can tune in on Tuesday if you want to watch along with me as we see all of the new stuff, play through all of the new content. But whether you do, whether you catch the VOD afterwards, however you engage with my content, thank you so much for doing so and being here and watching all the way through this video. That is all I've got. I will see you all back bright and early on Tuesday morning. But until then, my friends, RogueGold out.